Hi, I'm Raina Darling, and yes, I absolutely love drinking coffee straight from the jug. Okay, I'm feeling purpley today. I'm using our purple, oh my gosh, where's my, we're using my purple butterfly clips because my hair is not cooperating. But today I'm going on a mission to find images for my vision board because I have the Pinterest version and I need to physically look at it all the time. So we need a physical version, and it's going to go right down there so I can stare at it all the time until it comes true. Honestly, one side is good, maybe. Okay. So I'm going to a used bookstore. I'm gonna try to find some old magazines because I don't get magazines delivered to the van. And then if that fails, we're going to head to the library since I don't have my own printer and try to print off some of the Pinterest images. And then I need to get a stinking poster board to plop it on there and then tape it to my door. But I am a firm believer in dream boards, vision boards, whatever you want to call it, because the last time I did this, I had a spare room. I had an apartment, believe it or not. I had a spare room and I filled the entire room with vision boards like a psycho. But the cool thing was, is 85%, 90% of that came true. Like very specific things. Like, for example, swimming with manta rays. Did it randomly. So, sorry, there was another van parked next to my van. The vans kind of flocked together, like. But anywho, so we're gonna get on the road, we're gonna go find some images, and we're gonna make a dream board today. So I just got to the bookstore, books and books, and we're praying for used magazines that fit my dream board aesthetic. So hopefully they have some good ones. Otherwise, consolation prize, I've been on the hunt for a book by Fernando Pessoa, and it's really hard to come by apparently. So maybe they'll have it, maybe they won't, we'll find out. I had this, when you wake up in the morning, you're like, what am I gonna do with my day? I chatted with my dad. He's like, yeah, make the most of your time today. So I always have like an itinerary in my head, and I'm going through, I'm like, I have so many hours, daylight to go do these different things. And it doesn't always leave a lot of room for spontaneity and for life to just happen. And so today I'm leaving the bookstore and there's traffic. I can't get over to my lane. I got my big old van. And so I'm just like, I'm not gonna make my turn, and I see this sign. It's very cryptic. It has like symbols, hieroglyphics, and it's like, yeah, park, arrow. And I was like, oh, I like parks, and there's an arrow. So I followed it, and there's literally not a human in sight. I think that there's fairies here because it just feels so magical. Like, where am I? There's palm trees, and this tree I'm sitting beneath has these cute pink flowers. Like, it's literally the prettiest tree in my life. This man-made water fountain is gorgeous. There's like a little rainbow with the light spectrum refracting off of it. There are these little guys. I need to research what their name is. I can't tell you at this moment, but I'm gonna research and let you know. But they're cute. They have little blue eyes. this was not my plan today. So for all the planners out there, I'm a big planner. Just don't forget to leave room for spontaneity because life will surprise you. This is the cutest park I've been to for a long time. So I'm just gonna sit here and meditate and talk to the birds for a little bit. But yeah, then we'll get back to my vision board mission. Recently, I've been contemplating the concept of time and how we view time in our everyday lives. And what got me thinking about it was my book. So I was reading The Atlas 6, which is amazing. 5 out of 5 stars if you like academia, dark academia vibes. But there were the characters have powers, and one of the powers is being able to manipulate or freeze time, and I think like move in time and space differently than we can. So that got me thinking. And then I was reading another book, which the title escapes me, but I'll put it in the video. So I was reading another book that was talking about time as well, and it just got me thinking, like, if the characters in these, I mean, I know it's fantasy, I know it's fiction, yada yada, but maybe humanity is moving towards a new era where we do have more control over time and how we perceive it, because it's only in like our 3D reality that time exists. And so I know like people have been saying like time is an illusion and yada yada, but I think I've just been contemplating that in my mind. So obviously at the core, I'm trying to be mindful and present and stretch out the moments that are really meaningful to me, especially being out in nature or those like meditative states, like when I'm outdoors running or when I'm reading a book or just sitting and being still. Like I've been staring at these palm trees for minutes now. It feels like a long time because I've been stretching out the moments that I really appreciate. And one of the themes or like overall goals of my life moving forward is I want to make every day feel like a work of art, which makes me kind of emotional because I always grew up with, my parents are amazing. First of all, I was one of the lucky ones that got really, really amazing parents, but my dad always told me like make each day your masterpiece. And you know, like I heard him say that and I was like, oh, that's such a cute saying. But now as I'm like coming into who I am as a person, it just makes sense for my life, because like deep down I feel like we're all artists, but that's kind of the whole point, or I guess the way I view life is to just make it all like this fluid moving art piece that's an expression of ourselves or how we're experiencing the world. So shout out to my dad and my mom who bought me all my art and paint and piano, all the supplies, all the creative outlets when I was growing up. But it's just funny again with time how things circle back around. Like I've always loved that stuff, and I feel like when you're younger you kind of know what your soul needs and what your soul's craving, and then we go through the journey of life and things might get a little bit cloudy, so which we love clouds, but it might get a little foggy or hazy and we just kind of forget sometimes. So it's fun when it circles back around. You can come back to those things that your younger self always kind of knew, type of thing. But yeah, so time is an enigma. So speaking of time, it's time to go chase our dreams. So circling back to the vision board goal, I basically go on Pinterest and I make 12 different categories of life, which I know sounds daunting. It's a lot of different categories, but this way I just know I'm not going to miss anything. So I go on, make my Pinterest board, get all my images together, and then I'm about to go print them off at the library for free $99, which we love. So that would be step one. If you want to do the vision board with me, I would get your images together and then go print them. Check out your local library, they could hook it up for you, and then we'll bring it back for step number 2. Okay, so after you get the main content for your dream board, I like to get some background images just to have like varying sizes. So for mine, since one of my main passions is traveling, I made my favorite travel ones a little bit bigger than all the rest and kind of use those as background images, and then I'm filling in the blank space with a consistent pattern of roses, which I'm obsessed with, just to keep some consistency, even though I kind of went overboard with mine. So I'm going to have a lot of images on there, but it just helps keep like a general theme going. So whatever that background image theme is for you, just make sure that it's bigger than the rest so you have some variety with your sizing. So step 3 is kind of determining which images you want to keep in the square geometric shape and which images you want to cut an outline around and make it more collage-y. And there's different ways. It's a very abstract form of art, so you can do whatever you feel is best for yours. I kept some with the original shape, and then others I had more outlined. And bada bing, bada boom, we have a dream board in the van. I am so happy. It's a little chaotic because if you couldn't tell why I struggle with the concept of time, it's because I have a million things that I want to do in this lifetime. So this only encapsulates a fraction of them, but they're the ones that I'm focusing on. So hopefully yours turned out the way you wanted, and I did go get mine laminated since it has to be durable in the van life scenario. So I went to Office Depot and got that done. I had some cute little duct tape to secure it to the door. So there we are. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments, but I am happy that you went along with me on this fun dreaming activity.